Internet, how y'all doing? Crobat for the win here today with GBA Week 5 battle versus the Milwaukee Sawsbucks. Currently, they're 1-3, while my team, the LA Nidokings, is 3-1. This is the halfway point of the season. It's going to be a big game today. I brought Jolteon back because he felt he was ready going into today. One second, just gotta plug the computer in. Oh gosh. I should have been better prepared for that. Anyways, I brought Jolteon back. Not only that, I brought Gengar back into the mix because I figured it would counter some of the things in his team decently well. Well, he's brought Klefki and Goodra, which I'm pretty scared of, and I have no clue which Smeargle's gonna do. I just don't, so I'm gonna be scared of that. For the rest of his team, I think I can manage it. I really do. Greninja's not gonna be that bad if I keep Jolteon around, and Ditto, well, first turn, you'll see what happens with Ditto. It's gonna be pretty interesting. I had a whole feeling he was going to bring Ditto. So this is kind of a special Jolteon. You're going to see him soar. If you know where I quoted that from, 20 billion cool points to you. So his Smeargle goes for a King's Shield first turn, which I was not expecting. But now he goes into Ditto. He's going to try to maybe get my Volt Absorb. Except I don't have Volt Absorb. I run Quick Feet Jolteon. It was kind of just for this week because, of course, I knew he had Ditto, which could copy stats and copy his abilities. We wouldn't want that to happen. I figure he's probably a Choice Scarf variant of Ditto, so I just go into Gliscor because I know it could do a lot of damage and knock off its Choice Scarf. The Shadow Ball does absolutely nothing. Another Shadow Ball easily is just going to do less than 50 damage. I could set up a sub and everything. This is fantastic. Sitting at 80 HP, I think my sub could probably live a Shadow Ball, except it doesn't. Min-max damage is not my friend. Then I guess that last one was min damage. That's alright though, I can take it out with the Earthquake, which is fantastic. The Gliscor is sitting at about half health as he sends in Greninja. I don't like that in the slightest. I don't know what he's going to do, so I'm going to go for a big Protect. He goes for an Ice Beam, indicating he is a special variant. So, I know that my Gyarados can take this thing on pretty well, because it's higher than Rayquaza. It's a Mega, not really. And you're going to see it soar. I can't help but make those jokes. Anyways, he gets the Ice Beam off, and he gets the Freeze! Why? He gets the stupid Freeze on Gyarados. Oh gosh. I guess his Ice Beams aren't doing too much. Maybe that's a silver lining. Maybe I'll unthaw one of these next few turns. I have no idea. This is just delving into uncertainty here. Hate it when freezes happen. They're just annoying. But thankfully, through all divine magic, thanking the Pokémon hacks gods everywhere, I break out of freeze, which is amazing. I get the Thunder Wave off. It's even more fantastic. I'm just going to get the EQ off just to get some damage. He actually gets the Parahax, which is even more fantastic. Now I should be able to live any hit from this thing at this health. So I can go for the Dragon Tail and get a KO with Dragon Tail. That was in case maybe he decided to switch for whatever reason. He actually gets the Parahax again. It's kind of cool, but it's really not that big of a deal. Because once again, I was just about to KO it anyways. Now I get the Thunder Wave off on Jellicent because I figure I may as well. I could just hope maybe I could get some Parahaxes going. Of course he's going to go for Scald, but he doesn't get the burn, which is very nice because this Gyarados does not like being burned. I get the EQ off just to get some damage, and even without offensive investment, it does a solid amount. That's a good amount. Now he gets the Shadow Ball off. Shadow Ball doesn't do too much. I'm not liking this Rayquaza versus Jellicent matchup. Of course, it's not really a Rayquaza. Shh, don't tell anyone. I go into Staraptor as he gets off the Shadow Ball, except it doesn't affect Staraptor, which is an awesome prediction on my part. Now I'm just going to U-turn out, because I figured it'll do some damage. Not only that, I can go right out into this, what is it called? The Dragonborn. That's what it is. It's Gardevoir, taking Water Absorb with Trace, which is just fantastic. I get Thunderbolt, so I'm hoping I can 2-hit KO something. That would be amazing. And I actually can, which is, it really is amazing. Now he has a Sludge Wave, which I was not expecting, but okay. It doesn't do too much, because this thing is pretty defensive, and at the same time, I gave it some good offensive moves. Knowing that I can take any hit from this thing, because it's not going to be that offensive, I go into Jolteon. Jolteon will easily be able to finish this thing off, except he gets the Poison. But it's actually kind of that's actually not too bad, because this thing, as I said, does have Quick Feet. Maybe it'll become useful later, I don't know. I do go for the Volt Switch now, because I don't want to stay in, take toxic damage. I'm just going to switch on out of there, I'm gonna have to go and do something else. I go into Staraptor because I figure I can go Volt Turn on something if I have to. Now, I'm not liking this when he brings in Smeargle in. He's gonna go for a King Shield. I know it. This is not a good thing. I get the Intimidate off, but that's probably gonna be irrelevant. He does not get the King Shield off, so I did predict that correctly. Now, here he switches. He's going into Klefki, which is not so bad, because I get a T-Wave off on it, and I have the Earthquake. Earthquake should be able to take this thing out in a couple of hits. If that's defensive, maybe 3 hits. If it is less defensive, or especially defensive, maybe 2. He gets a Swagger off, I just have to break through confusion, break through. Please, Gyarados, break through, yes! Yes! Gyarados, you're a monster! So it is going to be a 2-hit KO, because he lives with 1 HP or 3 HP or something like that. That's, well, I don't know what to say about that. I'm going to switch out though because I don't want to risk hitting myself again. I go into Gliscor because I figure his Foul Play won't be doing too much. Because obviously this thing has amazing defense. And not only that, I can just KO with an Earthquake if I have to. Well, I know he also can't go for a Thunder Wave, that too. He does try to get off a Swagger, but my Paralyze kicks in. Earthquake, taking it down. That's his week 1 threat, out of the way. The one with all the confusion hacks, you probably saw it, because I know you're all big fans of GBA. Well, anyways, he goes into Smeargle, and now I see a Geomancy. I am so scared right now. Oh my gosh, he's got the Power Herb. He's at +2/+2/+2. Oh my gosh, I'm biting my nails at this point. I don't know what to do. Oh, I'm gonna knock off, but it's not gonna do anything because he just got rid of his Power Herb. Oh gosh, and he's baton passing to the one thing that can threaten my entire team, Goodra. Oh shoot. Oh shoot, this is not gonna be fun. I have to go for a knockoff on this thing. I don't know what item it's holding. I don't know, but this is scary. This Goodra is good enough as is. At +2/+2/+2, it's even better. I'm hoping that that knockoff does a decent amount, and it really kind of does. But I get to knock off the Assault Vest, which is going to be key to hopefully taking this thing down. I have 5 other Pokemon around, so I have to somehow take this thing down. I go into Gengar because I don't have Dazzling Gleam. I just get as much damage on this thing as possible, because if I get enough damage on it, then I'm going to be able to KO it with a Staraptor Quick Attack. That's what I have to do at this point. But he takes my Gengar down because it does not take... because Gengar does not do a lot of damage to that thing at all. I have to go into Gardevoir, hope through some Pokemon hacks gods I can live with Sludge Wave, and I do! I get off a Moonblast. I know it won't KO, but now, at this point, I'm definitely going to be able to live. I'm definitely going to be able to KO with a Quick Attack from Staraptor. This is great. Somehow I managed to get out of this. That Quick Attack is going to take it down, and his last Pokemon is Smeargle. I get Gooey off, but it's really irrelevant. So I'm going to switch out here because I want to get Jolteon a KO. Yeah, maybe that was lame. I don't know. But I figure since I benched Jolteon last week, I'd give him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt today. He kind of deserved it after... maybe I was too harsh on benching him last week. He does get that final KO, and that is going to be good game, LA Nidokings. Jeez. That is going to be good game, Milwaukee Sawsbucks. So the LA Nidokings are now 4-1. We've got a big game next week at Chicago, going against the Chicago Grambles. They have a very good squad, so we're going to have to watch out for that. I'm going to be strategizing all week, and we're going to have an epic game for next week. I just know it's going to be a good game. Well, that's just about it for today, Brobats. For MVP, I don't know. It's a pretty tough call. I'll probably go with Gardevoir today, since it somehow lived that Sludge Wave from a +2 Goodra. That was a magical moment in this match. Amazing. I never knew Gardevoir had it in her. Alright, so that's pretty much it for today. Voice is a little bit hoarse, but I'm a lot better than I was earlier in the week. So hopefully we'll get some more battles up this week. I have a really good one on the horizon. So once again, hope you all stick around and rate, comment, subscribe, Brobats, and peace out.